season to decorate. If you're like me, one of the most fun parts of the holiday season is decking your home with holiday decor.
Hi, I'm Beatrice Flarida, a volunteer here at Bonnet House. I'm with my brother, Julius Bianchi, who is a part-time staff member here as well as a volunteer.
And welcome to Bonnet House. This evening we're going to be enjoying a look at holiday magic. We hope you will enjoy all the bright lights.
We visit the historic Bonnet House Museum and Gardens with hopes to inspire you with some magical holiday decor on today's SoFlo Home Project. Welcome to SoFlo Ho Ho Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and we are getting you into the holiday spirit today with festive and artistic holiday decor. We're actually at the beautiful Bonnet House Museum and Gardens, where they have holiday decor both indoors and out. Chicago artist Frederick Clay Bartlett and his wife Helen Birch began construction of the Bonnet House in 1920. This was to be their winter retreat and a place where Frederick could pursue his artwork. Hi, Julius and Beatrice. Good to see you guys.
Hey, hi Alena. Welcome to Bonnet House.
We're so glad you're here.
This is going to be an extra special treat for everyone at home today, because not only do we all want to get into the holiday spirit, but we want to share what you do here at Bonnet House to celebrate the holidays. So let's share with our viewers a little bit more about Bonnet House itself.
Well, this is truly an artist's residence. Mr. Bartlett was a visual artist. He started his career in Chicago painting murals in commercial buildings and private residences. And Helen Birch Bartlett was also an artist. She was a musician. She played the piano.
I want to get a little bit of backstory on the both of you, because you are a brother and sister team here. And Julius, now you're the tour coordinator at Bonnet House.
Yes, that's correct.
And Beatrice, so you volunteer here?
I'm a volunteer, just for holiday magic.
For the holiday magic. And I mean, you guys do create magic here, because this is beautiful.
Thank you.
So how many years have you been involved in this?
This is the 6th year.
How do you come up with themes? Because the two of you together have done about how many of these trees?
This year, between wreaths, centerpieces, and trees, we did 33 pieces.
Wow, so that's a lot. And how many do we say on average this year were there part of Holiday Magic?
There were 70 pieces this year.
That is a lot of holiday decor.
Yes.
So how early do you start on the process?
We've already started for next year.
Wow. So, so how does it work? Kind of take us a little behind the scenes on your process of planning a tree.
A really big part of our design strategy is we're out shopping and we'll see things that look pretty exciting and we'll say, what do you think we could do something with this?
So that's sort of like designing a home or a room.
Exactly, yeah. And a lot of times we also think about all of the things that the Bartletts collected here in this house, and we use that as inspirations.
And this one was done by the two of you. I see your names on that tag.
Yes.
So this is a collaboration.
This one I thought ended up looking like a wedding cake. We sort of get tired of always using poinsettias, so that's why we incorporated the magnolias and the orchids.
I think it's a nice twist to kind of mix it up a little bit and bring more beautiful flowers.
And the orchids, you know, that really ties into Bonnet House because Mrs. Bartlett had one of the largest orchid collections on the East Coast at one time.
I love that. It's a little nod to the Bartlett. So this particular one, each one I'm noticing has great names. They're each themed and named.
All right, this is a tree called Snow Angels by a designer, Nadine Floyd. And Nadine has designed trees for several years for us. And one of the exciting things that Nadine does is she makes all of these ornaments.
And this sort of has that sort of flocked effect, which a lot of us love on our holiday trees. I personally love that look. I think we don't get a lot of snow, obviously. We don't get any snow here in South Florida, so we need to bring it to the Christmas trees when we can. And every year, not only does holiday magic happen, but there's also a lot of things happening throughout the property.
Yes, there are 5 evenings of activities. There's always a kickoff the first weekend in December, a big holiday soiree.
Well, this is one of the primary fundraisers at Bonnet House. We make money off of this event by selling trees, wreaths, and centerpieces from designers in the area.
So I am looking forward to continuing to tour through some of these gorgeous creations and learn a little bit more about the Bonnet House along the way as well.
We're excited to show you.
Yeah, and we're going to take you all through when we come back. Coming up, we head indoors for more of the Bonnet House magical, whimsical decor on SoFlo Home Project. What could you do in your home with a $500 Goya Seasonings Greetings gift card? Well, if that sounds good to you, go to local10.com to register. The Goya's Seasonings Greetings winner will be chosen on January 3rd, 2023. Go to local10.com for your chance to win Goya's Seasonings Greetings $500 gift card giveaway. Because if it's Goya, it has to be good. Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and we are here at the Bonnet House experiencing holiday magic, and we're joined by Beatrice Flerida and Julius Bianchi. So Beatrice and Julius, we first were in the courtyard area, the main courtyard of Bonnet House, looking at so many of the beautiful trees and wreaths that kind of adorn the space throughout this holiday magic display. The Bartletts love spending winters at their South Florida oceanfront property. In 1995, the Bonnet House opened its doors to the public by becoming a preeminent house museum.
This kitchen looks like it did in the 1930s. And at one time there was a more modern electric range in here and a more modern electric refrigerator, but those were removed to make the kitchen look like it did in 1930.
So preservation here at Bonnet House is so important, and as is the Holiday Magic fundraiser, because all of these trees, wreaths, and centerpieces, the proceeds go back to Bonnet House.
Yes, and there's always something to fix on a 100-year-old house.
Absolutely, and it's such a gem. We want to keep it looking beautiful here in Fort Lauderdale. It's such a great space. Now, I cannot ignore this amazing Christmas tree behind me. So first of all, what's the name of this one? Each one has a name.
This one is I Saw Three Ships, and you can see that there are three ships, and the backstory on these ships is that I found them on a tree lawn. That's when the idea was born that we could have I Saw Three Ships.
I love it. So it does start with one piece. And I mean, again, these are not things, you're not going into a store for every piece. You are literally curating it based on that one object, and then a whole idea is born.
Yes, and then additional verses in I Saw Three Ships are, and all the bells on earth shall ring. So we have bells on the tree.
Look at this. And I love that you played with scale on this tree. I love that there's such large pieces, and then you've contrasted them with smaller, and it all works so well together. Now, I want to talk about this, sort of the ocean waves as it looks. How creative.
We don't usually use ribbon, and we wanted to get some effect of the ocean because of the ship sailing. We felt like it worked once they got it on there.
So now we've got a lot more to see because there's going to be more rooms right off of here. The butler, what is a kitchen without a butler's pantry?
Of course.
Right off of it. And we are going to check out more holiday decor in there. But before we do that, let's check in with Mike Martinez from USA Windows and Doors and see what great advice he has for us today.
Hey, Mike Martinez here with USA Windows and Doors. We're at our partner showroom, At Your Service Garage, and we're going to show you the crown jewel of what's going to beautify your home. Wait till you see this garage door I'm about to show you today. It is absolutely spectacular. This is the crown jewel garage doors. This is an ES Windows garage door. This is all glass, all aluminum. It is the best garage door in the market, bar none. But the most important feature that it offers is that it's a perfect match to the windows and the doors you've already replaced in your house. The color, the type of glass, the scheme, everything that you've already got in your house, this is the perfect match for it. And it's the only company in the world that does it. Well, this ES Windows works just like any other. We can put a keypad on it. The glass, the frame, it's made by the same manufacturer, the same factory, in the same location. All the things that we can do on your windows and your house and your front door, we can do exactly the same thing on this glass. Just look at the difference on the thickness and the way that bracket is designed. When we talk about hurricane protection, there is no better bracketry than this. You know what you don't see in the back of this garage door? Any bulky brackets. There's nothing running across the back like those other hurricane garage doors. This garage door has to be able to move up and down inside this track. So it has to have wheels to do that, and we have to make sure it's designed just as well as the brackets that go along with it. What I really want you to take a look at is the diameter of this shaft. When you compare it to the others in the market, I think you can see how well designed and how robust this design really is. So if you're ready to make that switch, add that beautiful new garage door to your home, call us on the number on the screen. Or better yet, check us out, usawindowsanddoors.com. We've got all the solutions that make sense. Back to you, Alena.
Thanks, Mike. So, Julius and Beatrice, I love that you kind of continued a little bit of ocean theme now on this tree. So, what was your inspiration behind this? Because the butler's pantry is quite beautiful. This color, this beautiful aqua color, and then you brought it into the tree.
In this room in particular, this color is called Ragsdale Blue, and it was a color that an architect friend of Mr. Bartlett developed and used in his home in Chicago.
And just a gorgeous color. We think it's like the color of our water here in South Florida. So speaking of water, let's talk about this sort of under the sea type of tree.
Well, this tree is called Sea Sun's Greetings.
Oh, how cute. I love that.
Bonnet House is here right on the beautiful Fort Lauderdale beach theme.
Yes.
And so that was our inspiration to start this tree.
The first thing we found were these fish.
And where are these from?
We got them in the Bonnet House museum shop.
I mean, these are so cute, and I love that they bring so much color to the tree. Another great show-stopping way to top the tree, and then with the mermaid as well.
Well, we've used these stars. We just think they're so eye-catching,
Yes.
and we've used those previously, and we just wanted a huge burst of splash.
I also think this is great the way you continued these sort of starbursts, but in more of the blue colors as it kind of trickles down the water, right?
Yes, and these we thought would look like an anemone or something in the ocean. Yeah, even the turtle came from the
turtle is
gift shop.
beautiful. And when you think of Fort Lauderdale and the sea turtles and everything else, it's such a great way to kind of give a nod to where we are.
Yeah, this is really the essence of Fort Lauderdale Beach to us.
Well, we're going to have more to tour through in this beautiful property, as well as more holiday magic from Bonnet House, so stay with us. Coming up next, we move into one of the most elegant spaces of this historic home on SoFlo Home Project. Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and we are continuing to share all things holiday magic here at Bonnet House. The Bonnet House is filled with beautiful artwork and imaginative design, which are a reflection of Frederick Clay Bartlett and his wife Evelyn's passion for artistic expression. During the holiday season, local artists contribute to that passion with creative holiday decor. So we have seen everything from some nautical theme and an under the sea theme and all stuff that fits in with South Florida. But sometimes you want to transport somewhere else. And here we are in the formal dining room, and this is looking like a special kind of tree.
That's right. This is when the Saints, the New Orleans Saints, go marching in.
I love it. Another great title. All of the names of your trees are just as fun as the decor itself.
Our inspiration for this is taken from the wrought iron out on the second floor is from New Orleans.
Oh, so it all comes full circle.
Yes, yes.
Well, this is awesome. I mean, first of all, I love a white Christmas tree. Just got a completely different look, a lot more dramatic sometimes depending on the decor and what you're pairing with it. And we see a lot of the black, the gold, the silvers, sort of a really nice mix.
We should start with the topper, which is our interpretation of the Superdome.
Oh, I love that. What a great way to bring in New Orleans Saints.
Yeah, this is made out of two lampshades. One traditional lampshade that would be turned the other way, and then the glass dome part was in a chandelier turned the other way. So we were at a thrift store and we saw that chandelier and we said, can we measure that glass? and it works.
Amazing. What a great way to top off this tree. I feel like a lot of glitz is going on here.
It says party.
It does. It says party, it says holiday. I almost feel like this is a tree that can go right on into New Year's Eve.
I think so, yeah.
But we've got a lot of other great tabletop items, as you had mentioned before. And then behind me, this is pretty cool here.
Yeah, we call that one On the Road Again.
Another fun name.
You know, of course, thrifting, we found the car.
And it's like a beautiful piece that just really has a uniqueness to it. And I love the sparkle and metallic, of course. Now, the tree over here, we got another. This looks a little bit more of the vintagey sort of aspect.
We found this little wooden sculpture, and we thought, oh, it's very German looking, and there's a connection to Germany here at Bonnet House.
Mr. Bartlett studied art in Munich and then traveled Germany quite a bit. And during those studies, he collected steins and tankards. So this room has a collection of steins and tankards. So that inspired us to want to do a German-themed tree.
Yes, its topper is a great cuckoo clock we found at an estate sale. It's just so charming. It has a carved rabbit, a horn, a pheasant, the deer. It's just incredible.
This is
top
amazing.
Of the tree.
Everything in here has that non-traditional topper. And this is one of those toppers that you would never think would be great for a tree, and you look at it and you're like, this is amazing. The way it works.
Now, that's the crazy thing about the cuckoo clock. It's actually, the clock itself is very light. It's the weights that hang on there that are really, really heavy. The 3 weights weigh several times more than the clock itself.
Okay, so this is not as heavy as it looks, but the weights themselves, they stay at the bottom so they don't throw off balance. So this has been such a cozy and warm holiday experience in this room with all of these beautifully lit trees and centerpieces. But we've got one more stop on our tour for more holiday magic here at Bonnet House, and we will bring you through that when we come back. Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and we are continuing to talk about all things holiday magic here at the Bonnet House Museum and Gardens with Beatrice Flerda and Julius Bianchi. So, you guys, before the break, we got to see a lot of amazing trees, learn a little bit more about the Bonnet House, and just see amazing holiday decor, really, and learn the inspiration behind it, because I love that how each tree, whether you've designed a lot of tree centerpieces and wreaths here, and then other volunteers as well, they're all so beautiful and each so uniquely different, but I love how they all tie some of them back into the history of the house itself. So this room that we're in right now is actually a very special creative space.
Well, this is the studio, and Mr. Bartlett, being a visual artist, even though this was a vacation home or a beach house, casual beach house, he would spend about 5 hours a day when he was in residence here painting. So we see many paintings in this room that he made.
Well, it's such an inspiring space. I mean, when you're in here, and we're here, of course, at night, and for the holiday glow. This is the biggest tree I feel like I've seen in the house.
Yes, it is. And this is the Bonnet House official Christmas tree, and it has a collection of teddy bears and ornaments that volunteers have donated over the years.
And no different than a lot of the other ones that we've seen is that the toppers sometimes are a little bit fun. And here we've got the teddy bear topper, because this has a lot of teddy bears. But I'm seeing some ornaments that do carry little significance as well, like this paintbrush and little paint tubes. I see a paint palette there. So this being the studio, I love that there's little nods to the function of what this room was and is. It's such a fun and festive tree, and here I love that there's more of the traditional red and green. It actually plays really well with all the colorful artwork in the studio space. And now we got another great traditional red and green tree right across from us. Again, very festive.
Yes, this was made by a designer, and she called it traditional Christmas, and that it really is with the red and green.
I love it, and this has a lot of oversized ornaments as well. Like, to our viewers, a lot of great tips for Christmas tree decorating. I think sometimes the large ornaments really make such an impact, as well as the thick ribbon. Well, this truly has been a treat. Beatrice and Julius, I love touring with you, getting kind of into your creative mind of how you do holiday decor. Can't wait to see what you do next year. Thank you for sharing your talents and the history, a little bit of Bonnet House with us today.
Well, it's been our pleasure to be your host today, and we'd be happy to see you again anytime.
Thank you again, and happy holidays.
Thank you. Happy holidays to you too.
Happy holidays.
We're already in the festive spirit, right? We've got the best start to it here. So thank you guys so much. And now let's take a look at what design inspiration we have on SoFlo Home Project. Enjoy your great South Florida weather in style with expert design tips that will help you create the ultimate outdoor space. And before we go, I want to wish each and every one of you a happy holiday, Merry Christmas, and a great holiday season. And remember, there's no place like SoFlo Home. If you missed any part of this episode, or if you're looking for more design inspiration, make sure to check out all episodes online at SoFloShows.com. And don't forget to follow us on social media on Facebook and Instagram.